For more tips and tricks, don't forget to hit that button and subscribe. Also, ring the bell so you can get notifications anytime I have new videos. Welcome to Paulstoolbox. I'm Paul Ricalde, and today we're going to do a totally unconventional pour with some really cool wood. We have Sinker Cypress that's several hundred years old, and we're going to take this and put it in a mold upside down to do our pour with epoxy. Why are we doing it upside down? Because a good buddy of mine gave me a call and said he had this idea for a client. We're going to use a white pearl with this, and we want that to look like oyster shells. So we want a lot of the lava look in there. If you take and pour it right side up, you have to constantly mix it. If you don't, a lot of it will settle down to the bottom. If we put it upside down and a lot of those swirls settle to the bottom, when we flip it the other way after it dries, we should have that pearl look all throughout. Now for the drawbacks. When you pour upside down, you're going to have seepage down there. So if you have a color, it's going to go over your existing wood. You're going to have to either surface plane it or sand it really well. And if you don't have a big sander, you're going to be in for a long haul. This is going to be a road trip, so let's get going. I came to see a good buddy of mine, Steve Rorix, who owns Southern Wood. This place has more cypress than you could imagine. You don't see Sinker Cypress everywhere, but you can come here and find just about everything you want. Right now, Steve is working on a table. In this river table here, you use white pearl.
In the super cast.
He used 10 gallons for the first pour. We're gonna come back over with 3 more gallons to fill the back side.
The bottom of this has not been sanded, so it looks a little rough right now. When this pour gets done, we'll sand this flat, we'll flip it over, we'll sand the top till it's where we want it, and then we'll be able to do one final pour, and it's done.
This is where we change things just a little bit. We decided not to do a final pour on top. We're going to use a 2-part conversion varnish on it because the customer wants a low build, which is not a lot of build up on the top. They want to see the natural wood right there. And also the 2-part conversion varnish will leave the natural wood color. It will not darken. If you use a conversion varnish, it stays that natural wood color. It will not darken it or get the wet look. Now you can always do a conversion varnish and then come back over and put epoxy on it if you want a high build, but you will still want that natural look. This customer wants a low build with a low sheen, and this is what we're going to go with. All right, I got Bud over here mixing it up, getting it ready. How much pearl did you put in there, Bud?
Just kind of eyeballed it.
We eyeballed it, buddy. It looks great. Scuffing it up so it can take the next pour. Remember, you have to scuff it. You don't have to do a lot. You use 220 grit. That's all you need. We'll be back soon. Moment of truth, right?
Yep, that's it.
Sweet. Oh, look at this. Yeah. This is looking awesome. You guys ready to sand it?
Hell yeah.
Go on the back side first. You want to get this thing nice and flat.
We're about to connect the 2 table legs with the 2 stretchers here to make it one piece so it doesn't rack or wobble. I'm going to go ahead and start tack welding it first, just like tightening a set of lug nuts.
Some of you may not understand exactly what TJ is talking about. You snug one corner, snug the other, and all the way around. Then you'll tighten it up a little more and a little more. When he's tack welding, he'll tack weld one corner of that side. Then he goes to the other one and spot welds it, just a little tack. After that, he can run his line. The reason why is because you have to heat that metal up to weld it. And if you do a long weld on that corner, it's going to twist on you and you're going to have a crooked frame. So you have to spot it in place where you're not heating up too much, and then you come back over and finish your weld. We're wasting no time over here. So while TJ is welding on the frame, we have Steve on the other side blowing out all the holes to make sure you don't have dust in there, so we can fill these little pecky holes and little spot holes that might be in the wood. While he's doing that, Bud is mixing up a small portion of epoxy so we can fill those holes. Steve's cleaning up the edges with a router, and then we're going to sand the top real quick, and we're ready to go to the next step. Man, this came out really slick. I like the finish y'all have on here with the DA sander. Tell them the grits you used.
We're getting ready for conversion varnish, so it's up to 150.
150. We had 100 in the machine right there. He came back over with the DA 100 and then finished it off with 150.
Yep.
This feels slick. Are we ready to bring it in the other booth for the conversion varnish?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get it!
Yeah!
This is a two-part conversion varnish, correct?
Right.
Reason why?
Customer wanted a low build and they wanted a low sheen, so we're gonna keep this around 20% sheen, which is a matte. And
Yeah, nice matte
that
finish.
should give them exactly what they're looking for.
That's going to give a nice natural look right here, and it's going to be durable. This will hold up under household use, and that's what it is. It's a dining room table. How old is it?
I mean, this is around 400 to 500 years old. The tree is before it goes in the water. It's in the water at least 100.
At least 100 years under the water. That's why you got the different variances in here. You have the pecky, you have the holes, the different looks that you don't get with other woods. It's showtime. It's a workout.
It's amazing.
I'm pretty anal about how I want things to turn out, and I always have a vision of how they turn out. This exceeded it. Go Southern Wood!
Well, that's it for this project, and boy, these people were really happy with it. But Big Cypress over here is going to tell you they loved it.
They absolutely loved it.
And now we're going to show you some secrets.
People have a hard time getting their epoxy tables out of their molds. We're going to show you how to make it really simple.
This makes it come out like butter. We're going to show that on the very next video. As usual, we use Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy.
You got this!